Some classic phrases that narcissistic individuals say, and genuine people might say one or two of these now and again. With a narcissist, it's who they are, it's a pattern of behaviour. So a narcissistic individual will go all out to hurt your feelings. Yet as they lack the empathy to care, they're not going to reflect, they're not going to take responsibility, they're not going to feel remorseful, and they're not going to want to repair the damage. Instead, you share how their behaviour has made you feel, and they're just going to turn around and say, I'm sorry you feel that way. They're going to make a promise to do something with you and then break the promise at the last minute, and you can explain to them, and they're just going to go, I'm sorry you feel that way. Now, with a narcissistic individual, they will go all out to guilt trip you, and one phrase to protect yourself from them is, I'm sorry you feel that way. The difference being they're trying to manipulate you to get their needs met, and you're not responsible for this, so you genuinely feel sorry for them. That's why you usually change your mind to serve them. With a narcissist, they're trying to manipulate you to forget about their behaviour and blame your reactions to their behaviour. They turn around and claim that they're crazy, they're obsessed, they're bitter, they're jealous, they weren't there for me. Now, people can be raised by narcissistic parents who potentially weren't there for them. However, with a narcissistic individual, it's absolutely anybody and everybody who is no longer living life on their terms. It's always somebody else's fault and never their own. Or they did it for some reason to the other person deserved it in some way, and that's how they make themselves look good. Try and find out some knowledge, some information, such as opening a banana. Most people open a banana like that, and then you can just discover that actually if you open it like that, it becomes far easier. Try and give a narcissistic individual that information who sat there opening it that way and just try and explain it could be easier. Oh, don't you think I already know that? They already know everything. Whenever you stand your ground, set a boundary, say no to them, they accuse you of being awkward, selfish, stubborn. They turn around and go, well, that's just like you. Their projection, because they're incredibly awkward, selfish and stubborn. It's not my fault, because to a narcissist, nothing that goes wrong is ever their fault. They always look for a scapegoat to blame. You're too sensitive. They're going to hurt you in some of the most horrific ways and then accuse you of being too sensitive. You're overreacting. A narcissistic individual can receive a narcissistic injury and react out of proportion to the situation. A victim can have their emotions triggered so much that they no longer know where they're coming and going and can react badly to a situation. A narcissist isn't going to try and make you feel better like you would them, try and calm you down like you would them. A narcissist is going to go all out to make you feel worse and then accuse you of having the bad day. After all I've done for you, they seriously believe that they've done so much for you and you owe them, and that you're ungrateful, you're entitled, you're selfish. Yet, if you bring up anything you did for a narcissist, they just turn around and claim, I never asked you to do that. And the classic of, you'll never find someone like me, because they believe they're the most important person. They believe you'll never find someone like them. Little do they know that unfortunately there's quite a few of them around, and what we want to do is break free from them. The whole point in breaking free is to not find someone like them. And they will often accuse you of the one who is going crazy when things are no longer working out with you like they wanted them to. When they can no longer control you, suddenly they'll accuse you of being the crazy one.